I'm still in Pound, Wisconsin. There's two small villages, Pound and Coleman. This is where I delivered my load of top secret propellers. And I found this nice, truck stop. There's no trucks, free Wi-Fi, and went for a ride on my bike. And I don't know, the bike is great, but the seat, something I have to do with the seat, like to either adjust it or get a new one or something, but it's not comfortable. It's only 8 inches wide, and I just took the measurements down there, and I definitely need a bigger size seat. And I'm trying to remember my bike. It was called Ukraine, back in Russia, like a regular single speed, heavy bike. And I think it was wider than this. This one, it has this weird. They're not even springs. I thought there was air in them, but they don't even move. Like regular cheap seats, they just have springs, right? That at least they can move when you go up, up and down when you drive on some uneven ground. But this one, maybe I'm not used to it, because it's been a while since I rode a bike. You saw my video in 2009. I had the similar bike, but I just did not like that one. That one had a steel frame. It was too heavy. This one is much better. I like this one. Except that, of course, when you so the seat, and then sometimes when you unfold it and then fold it back, you really got to be careful with these cables, with especially a rear wheel cable, because it can get too tight, and then when you take the bike out and you put it back together, the rear wheel doesn't want to spin. So I spent like half an hour this morning, but then I think I figured out a way to keep that from happening. Now I just unsnap the cable from the back wheel. You can probably see it there. I unsnapped it over there. Otherwise it gets too tight, because these cables, they all go around, and I made sure I pulled the steering column like lower, because they don't seem too tight, but that's kind of like a mistaken look, and you can over tighten your brakes. And what's been happening, I spent whole morning after I went for a ride, maybe did, I don't know, 8-10 kilometers, 6-7 miles to the nearby town, came back. There's a very wide road, lots of like big shoulder. I think they did it on purpose for cyclists, because there's 2 schools in here. I was riding, I was trying to figure out, where do all these people work? I see houses, I see expensive cars and pickup trucks, but there's only one plant, which maybe has like 200 people. There's 2 schools, 2 churches in these 2 small nearby towns. And they're like, not even a town, it's like a village, because it has one big street, there's Highway 141, business, and there's a couple of intersecting streets. Okay, there's a Holland farm tractor dealer, and there's a couple of restaurants, there's a couple of gas stations I don't see, but there's like 5 or 6 banks in these 2 towns, which is kind of weird. I don't know, where do all these people work? Okay, schools. How many people work at a school? Not that many, I don't know. But this doesn't seem like one of those poor places, I don't see beat up cars, or like houses that fall apart. You can tell from the area. Here everything looks, well taken care of. I don't know. And this is very far from any like real big city, it's like middle of nowhere. But there's a lake. Maybe that's how they make money. I don't know. Oh, I saw a gun store. So liquor store, gun store, restaurant, like just a fast food place. But nothing. Oh, there was a tiny Piggly Wiggly I found, like a grocery store. You see, that's what's good about having a bike, is that when I drove on a truck, I didn't in a truck, because I came from that same direction where I went on my bike. I didn't even see it. I didn't see that grocery store, because it's kind of like tucked in the corner. But when you ride a bike, because the speed is much slower, you can actually see much better, and you really can learn more about the place where you work. So, and I heard this from many people, you know, that say, let's say one guy, they have a band, like a rock band, and they travel all over the world, and normally he says they cannot, when they go even do a concert, you know, these are rich people, right? But normally they don't even see outside of the concert hall, you know, especially when it's a very time-sensitive kind of schedule, right? They just fly in, fly out. Now they carry the citizen bikes. There was a comment on their website, and these guys take these bikes all over with them, and then they can go for a ride and they can see at least what's around the concert hall, you know. Okay, and what else was happening was that so I spent the time in this truck stop trying to look for a load, and there was one load, but it's so big, it's kind of scary. I don't like dealing with those ones. It's 13 feet 8 inches wide, and you need escorts, and those guys just basically take all the money off the top. So even though the load looks like a good load, but after you pay off all the escorts and all the permits, you're not making any money, and you're just taking a whole bunch of risk, because, you know, this load, so it sticks out, you know, quite far on each side. So, oh, and then they needed tops, and I said, forget it, I'm not topping a 14 foot, almost 14 foot wide load. But then I found another one. This one I think is like 9.6 wide, and it's a step deck load, some kind of a, let's see, someone emailed me. Maybe it's this guy finally sent me the, oh no, it's my broker friend from Alberta. He was just saying that how now they have nice weather, and he says that not always in Alberta we have bad weather, so evidently it's pretty warm now there too. So he put his snow shovel in the shed for now, because the poor guy was shoveling snow every day, twice a day during the last winter. And I keep telling him, like, I don't know how you guys live here, you know. But that's what's good about the job of a trucker, is that like he also said in the email, and that's my plan too, when you get into an area with some very bad weather, what I try to do is I don't follow the money. Well, I try to, you know, kill two birds with one stone. I try to follow the money, whatever way the loads pay better, like, but I also try to follow the weather, you know. If it's winter, I try to go somewhere south, and I'm in the, let's say I'm in Canada, I want to try find a load going, let's say, South Carolina, you know, Florida, Texas, you know, stuff like that. Not Florida, because it's hard to get out of there, but South Carolina, North Carolina, you know, Virginia, they're much warmer than Ontario in Canada, or Michigan, or Wisconsin, right? And so now I'm just waiting for this guy to give me this load. It picks up 600 miles away from me, but it pays very well, and picks up in Ohio. So I have to drive south 600 miles, pick up this oversized load, 9.6 wide, and take it to Quebec in Canada, basically all across US, and then I'll be going northeast. And what else? Oh, and I talked to the salesman at the Mac dealer, and he said he's now at a conference somewhere. There's no salespeople available. Basically, you can come in and just grab whatever truck you like. All salespeople, all Mac salespeople today are at some kind of secret Mac conference. Because I called the office and said, "Where's this guy?" "Oh, no salespeople." I said, "Where's the manager?" "Oh, the manager's there too." And I know he's carrying his BlackBerry all the time with him, so I sent him a message. I said, "I know you're probably falling asleep at that conference, so could you let me know the ETA and the production date of my CXU613 Mac 4X truck?" And he just got back to me saying that he has to look that up in his office when he's back. So tomorrow I should know for sure when my truck is going to be ready, because the trailer is going to be ready July 25th. Right, so the sooner I'll get the truck, the better. But I still need time to sell this one, because that guy wants 25 grand down, so I need to sell this for as much money as possible. But meanwhile, I can still use this truck to pull the lowboy trailer, because I spec'd that Honda pony motor on that one. And then if I don't like it, I can always install the hydraulic PTO thing on the new truck. And that's it. Oh, and one more thing I wanted to say, and actually that's why I wanted to do this video, is because now I'm trying a radical new diet. So anyone who wants to shed some weight, listen up. This is called mono diet. And you know, I've been thinking about this. If you look at like some animal movies, right? Or if you ever saw like a horse or a cow or whatever, or a rabbit eat, you will remember that they never mix foods, right? They eat one thing. Or even, let's say, I don't know, you go to a zoo and you watch those, you know, apes or monkeys. They don't put like 4 or 5 things together and then eat them, right? They eat one thing at a time. So let's say now they eat some bark from a tree, or then they eat some eggs. Because I think monkeys, they eat, yeah, like small birds' eggs, or they eat some insects, you know, but it's one thing at a time. And that's how pretty much all the animal world eats. And humans, I'm pretty sure, did the same thing, but then they get away because all these different restaurants and, you know, food, you have so many choices. But this way, this is called mono diet. I looked it up on Google. And evidently some people are, you know, trying this out, so I decided to become one of them. So what you do is, what's good about this is because this is much easier for your body to digest the food, and secondly, when you can eat only one thing, you become more selective at what shit you eat. Pardon my French, but because we eat such bad food, you know, that this kind of a diet can help you, you know, become healthier. Because, for example, this morning, so when I stopped at the Piggly Wiggly, this is kind of like day one for me. So I bought 1 banana, I bought some peppers. I bought peppers, then I bought 2 avocados, and then I bought these nuts. And of course, you gotta be very careful with nuts because they're very fat. There's lots of calories in them, but and then I bought you know, that 50-50 salad, like organic greens, and that's it. I added some, I did add something to it, like I have olive oil, and I added some olive oil to that salad just by itself, and I have some Greek seasoning, just dry seasoning like pepper, and I mix it up and I just ate it. That's it. Salad, no bread, nothing, just salad. So that was, since today, it was like since today's morning, so I was only eating one thing at a time. First I ate the banana, then when I felt hungry again, I ate the 2 avocados, right? And then when I was hungry again, I ate the salad. See, so it's very nice, very clean food. It's like pure gas for a car or pure diesel for a truck. So that's what I'm eating, you know, basically food we were designed to eat, but of course now I need protein. So I'm gonna eat this, and then I'm gonna, of course, not this whole thing, because even 100 grams of this stuff, it has, I forgot, what is this? 30 grams, or just over 1 ounce of this, has 21 grams of fat. So you gotta be very careful, because this puts too much burden on your, you know, inside organs. What was that name of that big gland in there that can get stones? When you eat too much fat food, you can get stones in there next to the liver. But anyway, so that I was just wanting to let you guys know. That's what I'm changing now. So, and of course, the important thing, when you drink on this diet, you cannot mix different brands, you know, like tequila and vodka or beer and wine, so it has to be only one brand, so which is healthy too, right? Okay, so those are all my updates. I think now I'll just go. There's Highway 141, you know, pretty big, like a freeway, 4-lane divided, and I'll go do some videos with my Nikon D5300. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching.